What if everything you believe about life is a lie? What if the happiness you chase, the success you crave, and the love you idealize are nothing more than illusions, shadows on the wall of a deeper, unexamined truth? Stop for a moment. Look around you. We live in an age of abundance, yet feel emptier than ever. Surrounded by technology, we're more connected yet profoundly lonely. We chase after fleeting pleasures, only to find ourselves lost in the chaos of comparison and dissatisfaction. Does this sound like a life well lived? The Stoics saw through these illusions centuries ago. They understood that true fulfillment doesn't come from external achievements or fleeting emotions, but from mastering the mind and embracing the realities of existence. They left behind wisdom that is as urgent and necessary today as it was in their time. Timeless lessons that strip away the noise and guide us toward clarity, resilience, and purpose. In this video, we'll explore 7 Stoic lessons you must learn before you die. Lessons that will challenge what you think you know about life. These are not comforting platitudes or feel-good quotes. They are raw, transformative truths meant to provoke thought and inspire action. They will make you question, doubt, and perhaps even struggle. But if you're ready to embrace them, they will also help you find meaning where you never thought to look. Are you ready to see life as it truly is? To step away from the distractions and live with intention and courage? Then join me on this journey. Together, let's uncover the wisdom that has the power to change not just how you live, but who you are. Let's begin. Lesson number 1. Your comfort zone is your coffin. Comfort is a trap. It lulls you into believing you're safe, that life should be easy and free of hardship. But here's the raw truth. Your comfort zone is your coffin. It's where dreams are laid to rest, where potential is smothered by fear and complacency. Think about it. How often do we settle for less because it feels familiar? We stay in jobs that drain us, relationships that stifle us, and routines that bore us, all because stepping into the unknown feels terrifying. Yet, in avoiding discomfort, we also avoid growth. We trade the possibility of a meaningful life for the illusion of security. Comfort is seductive. It whispers lies. You've earned the right to relax. Take it easy. Why risk failure? But what it doesn't tell you is that comfort is a thief. It steals your ambition, your potential, and your chance to become who you're meant to be. Look at those who inspire you. Athletes, artists, entrepreneurs, explorers. Do you think they got where they are by clinging to comfort? Of course not. They embraced discomfort, pushed through failure, and stepped into the unknown over and over again. Growth begins where your comfort zone ends. Here's a simple truth from Stoic philosophy. What stands in the way becomes the way. Challenges are not obstacles. They are the path to strength, resilience, and fulfillment. By facing discomfort, you transform it into an opportunity for growth. Let me share a personal story. Years ago, I was stuck in a job that felt safe but soul-crushing. I dreaded Mondays, watching the clock tick away my life. I stayed because it was comfortable, but deep down, I knew I was wasting my potential. One day, I decided I couldn't keep living like that. I quit, with no plan, no guarantees, and no safety net. The weeks that followed were terrifying. I struggled financially, doubted myself constantly, and faced rejection after rejection. But with each setback, I grew stronger. I learned resilience. I discovered what I was truly passionate about. That leap into discomfort led me to a life that felt authentic and fulfilling. A life I never would have found if I'd stayed where I was. So, how can you begin to break free from the comfort zone that holds you back? Start small. Take cold showers to build mental toughness. Speak up in meetings even when your voice shakes. Approach that person you've admired from afar. Learn a new skill that intimidates you. Travel to a place you've never been, alone. Each small step outside your comfort zone is a step toward your true self. You'll find that the discomfort you feared isn't as overwhelming as you imagined. Over time, you'll build the courage to face even greater challenges. Remember this: the moments that challenge us the most are the ones that define us. Discomfort is where you discover your strength, your purpose, and your deepest wisdom. Don't let the fear of stepping into the unknown keep you trapped in mediocrity. Your comfort zone is your coffin. Break free and start living. Lesson number 2. Expectation is the root of misery. We all have expectations. We expect friends to always support us, careers to soar, and relationships to fulfill us. We expect life to unfold according to our plans. But here's the hard truth: expectation is the root of misery. Think about it. When was the last time you felt truly disappointed? It likely stemmed from an unmet expectation. You wanted something or someone to be a certain way, and when reality didn't match your desires, you were left hurt, frustrated, or angry. Expectations create a gap between reality and our desires, and in that gap lies misery. The higher our expectations, the wider the gap, and the more pain we experience. The world owes us nothing, and the sooner we accept this, the sooner we can free ourselves from unnecessary suffering. The Stoics teach us to focus on what we can control, our actions, thoughts, and attitudes, and to let go of the rest. When we release our grip on rigid expectations, we make room for gratitude, resilience, and peace. I learned this the hard way. For years, I expected my career to follow a straight path to success. I poured everything into my work, only to face setbacks and missed opportunities. Each failure felt like a personal betrayal, until I stopped clinging to my expectations. I began to embrace the journey instead of obsessing over the destination. When you lower your expectations, not in a defeatist way, but as a way to align with reality, you begin to appreciate life for what it is, not what you think it should be. And in that acceptance lies true freedom. Lesson number 3. Friends are not forever. Let's confront a truth many of us avoid. Friends are not forever. Society often romanticizes friendship as eternal, a bond that should never fade, a connection immune to the passage of time. But the reality is that, like all things, friendships are impermanent. People change, circumstances shift, and that's not only natural, it's necessary. Think about your past. Where are the childhood friends who once defined your world? The high school companions who felt inseparable? The college confidants with whom you shared dreams and fears? Chances are many of these connections have faded, not because of malice or failure, but simply because life moves us in different directions. As we grow, so do our relationships. People evolve, priorities change, and interests diverge. To expect friendships to remain unchanged is to deny the nature of life itself. By clinging to this expectation, we invite unnecessary pain and heartache. I remember my best friend from college. We were inseparable, sharing countless late-night conversations and dreams of the future. But life happened. He moved to another city, started a family, and our paths diverged. At first, I felt an aching sense of loss, as though something irreplaceable had been taken from me. But over time, I came to see our friendship in a different light. It wasn't diminished by its ending, it had served its purpose. The memories, the lessons, the connection, they were beautiful while they lasted, and that was enough. So how can we embrace the impermanence of friendships? Start by cherishing the present. Celebrate the laughter, the shared experiences, and the bonds you have now. Appreciate them without clinging to the expectation that they will last forever. When a friendship fades, don't see it as a failure. Instead, view it as a completed chapter, one that has enriched your journey and prepared you for what lies ahead. Focus on the quality of your relationships rather than their quantity. It's far better to have a few deep, meaningful connections than to exhaust yourself maintaining superficial ties. And most importantly, cultivate a relationship with yourself. Be your own best friend, because you are the one constant in your life. Remember, friendships, like all things, are transient. They come into your life to teach you, to grow with you, and sometimes to part ways. By accepting this truth, you release yourself from the pain of clinging and open your heart to new connections and experiences. Life is a series of arrivals and departures. Embrace the impermanence, celebrate what was, and remain open to what will be. Let go and let life flow. Lesson number 4. Sacrifice is essential. In a world obsessed with instant gratification and endless convenience, the idea of sacrifice might seem outdated, even unappealing. But here's the reality: nothing worth having comes without sacrifice. To achieve your goals and live a life of purpose, you must give up something valuable in the present to create something greater in the future. Reflect on your greatest achievements. Did they come easily? Or did they require tough choices, late nights, or letting go of something comfortable? The truth is, sacrifice is the price of greatness. It's the currency with which we purchase our dreams. Sacrifice isn't merely about giving something up. It's about making room for growth. When you sacrifice your time, your comfort, or even your resources, you're not losing. You're investing in a future that holds more meaning than the fleeting pleasures of the present. I'll share a personal story. There was a time when I had everything society tells us to desire: a stable job, a good salary, and a predictable life. But deep down, I felt empty. I longed to pursue my passion for writing, a path that would require immense sacrifice. Quitting my job meant losing financial security, social status, and a clear roadmap for the future. It was terrifying, yet that decision became the turning point of my life. I struggled, failed, and doubted myself, but each sacrifice brought me closer to a life of fulfillment and authenticity. So how can you embrace the power of sacrifice? Start by identifying what truly matters to you. Be honest with yourself. What are you willing to give up to achieve your goals? If you want to build a meaningful career, you might have to sacrifice leisure, late nights scrolling on your phone, or even some relationships. If you want to be healthier, you may need to let go of indulgent foods or weekend laziness. Sacrifice isn't about deprivation, it's about prioritization. It's about directing your energy toward what truly matters and delaying gratification for a reward that lasts. The pain of sacrifice is temporary, but the rewards are profound and enduring. The Stoics teach us to focus on what is within our control. Sacrifice is a conscious choice, a deliberate act of aligning your actions with your values. Each time you sacrifice something of lesser value, you create space for something far greater. Remember this: sacrifice is not a loss, it's a gain. It is the foundation upon which every meaningful achievement is built. Embrace it, Endure the discomfort and trust in the process. The rewards will come, not just in the form of success, but in the sense of purpose and fulfillment that only sacrifice can bring. Sacrifice is essential. It's the bridge between where you are now and the life you truly desire. Cross it and watch your life transform. Lesson number 5. Stop chasing love. Society loves to tell us that we must chase love, that it's a prize to be hunted and captured. But here's a radical truth. Stop chasing love. Love is not something you find through desperate searching. It finds you when you're busy living your best life. Think back to the times you've chased love, pouring your energy into dating apps, bending over backward to impress someone, or trying to mold yourself into an ideal partner. How often did it lead to frustration, heartache, or a sense of emptiness? The harder we chase love, the more elusive it becomes. When we focus entirely on finding it, we risk losing sight of who we are. The Stoics remind us that we can't control external events, only our own thoughts and actions. Love is one of those external forces. You cannot force it, demand it, or will it into being. True love isn't a destination to reach or a checklist to complete. It's a connection that grows naturally, often when we least expect it. I've experienced this firsthand. There was a time when I believed love was something I needed to feel whole. I dated endlessly, trying to fit into the expectations of others, hoping to find that one person who would complete me. But all it brought was a deeper sense of inadequacy. It wasn't until I stopped chasing love and turned my focus inward, on my growth, passions, and happiness, that I finally found a meaningful relationship. Love didn't complete me. It added to the life I had already built for myself. So how do we stop chasing love and start attracting it? Start by cultivating self-love. Invest in your growth. Discover what makes you happy and pursue your passions. Build a life that excites and fulfills you. When you're genuinely happy on your own, you radiate confidence and joy, which naturally draws others toward you. Instead of chasing romantic prospects, focus on building meaningful connections. Engage with people who share your values and interests, and let relationships develop organically. Love doesn't thrive under pressure. It flourishes in authenticity. Remember this: love is not a goal to achieve or a void to fill. It's a gift that comes when the time is right, often as a beautiful addition to an already fulfilling life. The more you chase it, the more it eludes you. Stop chasing love. Start living. Pursue your dreams, embrace your passions, and cultivate a life you're proud of. When you do, love will find you, not as something you need, but as something that enriches the life you've already created. Lesson number 6. The majority is often wrong. Just because most people believe something doesn't make it true. The majority is often wrong. Society pressures us to conform, to follow the crowd, and to assume that popular opinion must be right. But history and Stoic wisdom remind us that this is far from the truth. Think about it. At one point, the majority believed the earth was flat. The majority endorsed witch hunts, slavery, and countless other injustices. These examples show us that popularity is no guarantee of truth. Why do we follow the majority? Often it's out of fear, the fear of being different, standing alone, or facing ridicule. But true wisdom requires courage. The courage to question, to think critically, and to seek the truth, no matter how uncomfortable it may be. The Stoics teach us that our reason is our most powerful tool. Blindly following the crowd is a betrayal of this gift. Instead, We must have the strength to examine popular beliefs and ask, does this make sense? Is there evidence? Who benefits from this idea being accepted? By doing so, we free ourselves from the illusions that often dominate collective thinking. I learned this lesson early in life. I often felt out of place, questioning ideas others accepted without hesitation. While this earned me labels like difficult or rebellious, it also led me to uncover many truths others overlooked. I realized that many of the facts we accept are merely convenient lies, perpetuated to maintain comfort or control. Through questioning, I found a path to authenticity and fulfillment. How can you apply this in your own life? Start by educating yourself. Read widely and from diverse perspectives. Avoid taking things at face value. Dig deeper. When you encounter popular opinions, pause and question them. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to think critically. Engage in conversations with those who hold different views. It's in these exchanges that true understanding is forged. And above all, remain open to change. When new evidence arises, embrace it. Changing your mind is not weakness, it's wisdom. Remember this: following the crowd may feel safe, but it can lead you astray. The majority is often wrong, but you don't have to be. Question, challenge, and seek your own path. In a world of conformity, it is the independent thinker who finds truth and wisdom. Lesson number 7. Patience is power. In a world addicted to instant gratification, patience is a rare and powerful virtue. We crave immediate results, success, happiness, love, and we've been conditioned to believe that faster is better. But here's the truth. True power lies in the ability to wait, to endure, and to persist. Look to nature for guidance. Trees don't grow overnight. Rivers don't carve valleys in a day. The most beautiful and profound things in life take time to develop. Yet, in our rush to achieve and acquire, we often forget this timeless lesson. We grow impatient, chasing fleeting results while the real rewards slip through our fingers. I've experienced this firsthand. There was a time when I wanted everything now: success in my career, fulfillment in relationships, clarity in my purpose. But every time I rushed, I stumbled. The more I pushed for instant results, the more frustrated and lost I became. It wasn't until I embraced patience that I began to see real progress. I learned to trust the process, to understand that meaningful growth is slow but steady. So, how can we cultivate patience in our lives? Start by setting realistic expectations. Understand that meaningful achievements require time, effort, and persistence. Practice mindfulness by being present in the moment instead of constantly fixating on the future. When challenges arise, remind yourself that perseverance is key. Patience is not passive. It's an active choice to stay the course when everything in you wants to give up. It's about enduring discomfort with purpose and trusting that the effort you put in today will bear fruit tomorrow. Patience also means being kind to yourself. Don't rush your personal growth or healing. Allow yourself the time you need to evolve. Celebrate small victories along the way and recognize that setbacks are part of the journey. Patience with yourself is just as vital as patience with others or with circumstances. In practicing patience, you'll discover a quiet strength. It's the resilience that keeps you going when nothing seems to work. It's the inner peace that comes from knowing that time is on your side. The Stoics understood this deeply. They believed that rushing through life blinds us to its beauty and wisdom. By embracing patience, we learn to navigate challenges with grace and purpose. Remember this: in a world obsessed with instant results, Patience is a superpower. It gives you the clarity to see beyond the chaos, the courage to persist when others quit, and the wisdom to shape your destiny on your own terms. Patience isn't about simply waiting. It's about enduring with purpose, about building something meaningful brick by brick, day by day. As we reflect on these lessons, let's not forget their ultimate purpose: to challenge, to provoke thought, and to inspire action. Life is not meant to be easy, nor is it a straight path. It's a series of trials, triumphs, and transformations. Each of these lessons is a compass, guiding us through life's complexities. So, embrace the imperfections of your journey. Let go of the need for control and perfection, and allow yourself the grace to grow at your own pace. Know that you are not alone. The world is filled with others, navigating their own challenges and learning their own lessons. These lessons are not just words, they are a call to action, a call to live deeply and intentionally, to question, to challenge, and to find beauty in the struggle. Patience will light your way. Trust it, and you'll unlock a life of resilience, focus, and fulfillment. Life is fleeting and unpredictable, but it is also profoundly beautiful and filled with endless potential. These truths we've explored are not just lessons, they are tools to help you live a life of purpose, courage, and wisdom. Before your time runs out, embrace these truths fully. Let them guide your decisions, challenge your fears, and empower you to face each day with clarity and strength. Live boldly, love deeply, and never stop seeking the wisdom that lies within you and in the world around you. This is your life, unique, extraordinary, and yours to shape. Every moment offers an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become the best version of yourself. If this video resonated with you, I encourage you to like, share, and subscribe. Join this growing community of seekers, thinkers, and dreamers committed to living with intention. Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your perspective and the lessons you hold close to your heart. And remember, this is only the beginning of the journey. In the next video, we'll dive deeper into the wisdom of Stoicism, uncovering more timeless truths to help you live a life of meaning and fulfillment. You have the power to define your path. Stay curious, stay resilient, and most importantly, keep moving forward. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next chapter of this journey.